Welcome back to the Penosaurus Rex podcast. I'm one of your co-hosts, Pterodactyl Terry. I'm here with Reptile Rob. This is the podcast where we talk about what would happen if humans fucked dinosaurs.
I feel like that could have happened.
You don't think it did?
I mean, I'm sure there's people that have fucked alligators and crocodiles, and those are dinosaurs, right?
That'd probably be a really gnarly fuck right there. Welcome back to the Cream Spot. I'm one of your co-hosts, the delicious Nicolicious.
The COVID cream spot. No more.
That's what it is now. Fuck it.
Hey, I'm Rob Dog. What's going on, everybody?
I have a very disgruntled microphone holder over here.
Yeah.
I'm going to do the best I fucking can. Okay.
Get us some Blue Chew, dog.
I need to do something. All right.
Nice and floppy.
So here's what happened.
Yeah.
One of our spouses got sick. It was a COVID outbreak. We didn't think it was real. Donald Trump told us not to wear masks, told us to wear masks, told us a whole bunch of stuff. We didn't know what to do. Turns out, in the end, it doesn't matter what the fuck you get. You're either going to get it.
Did you inject any bleach?
I sucked on my wife's ass and she had it.
Happens every time.
Like one of them caramel apple lollipops. Oh, man. So that's what happened. Me and Rob haven't been together in a month or something like that.
It's been a minute, yeah. Yeah, we did the week before last, all remote episode. So, yeah, it was a fun little time.
We're back together.
If
you've never been with us before, what the fuck are we?
I don't know.
We're called Brohio. Fat. We're fat and out of shape, and we have cardiovascular issues.
Oh, yeah.
We're called Brohio. We're not bros like you think bros did. We're just two dads in a basement in a swamp box here. There's cat shit down here and stuff. We talk about true crime, devils, demons, monsters, ghosts, aliens, UFOs, darkness, cryptids, Bigfoot, Yetis. It doesn't matter. If it's got a butthole, we'll fuck it.
Good job, man. That was impressive.
All of it's going down here on the Brohio podcast. And if you're into that stuff, you've come to the right spot. Unless you don't have a sense of humor. There's also one other thing. If you've got puffy nipples, turn this motherfucker off right now, because we got no interest in dudes with puffy nipples listening to this podcast right now.
Yeah.
Is that how you feel?
I agree, yeah.
If you've got a beer gut, you're in the right spot. But if you've got puffy nipples...
Beer gut and small nuts, you're in the right place, buddy.
Beer gut and small nuts. It's not. You're fucking picking on me now, dude.
You're sticking the sword in the wound a little farther.
You're picking on me. Okay. Let's, you can have your name read at the beginning of the Brohio podcast for $1. Go to patreon.com/Brohio podcast. We're going to say thank you to our new Patreon subscriber. What are you drinking, Robert?
I don't...
Platform, that's good. They good
Platform always has good stuff. Tart Fizz, it's a sour, of course.
I love sour beers.
My go-tos.
I can never find them. The only time I have them is when you bring them over, like, here, have a sip.
Have at it, doggy.
Okay. Yeah, I'm going to try it right now. Lead off those Patreon subscribers.
Is that just the first one? Spooky.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
It is sour.
It is.
That's good. Rob Dog, LMAO.
Oh, okay.
That's all it says.
That wasn't me.
Oh, man, that's good.
Carolyn Dockery. Thank you, Miss Dockery.
Oh, yeah. Dawn Bouchard. Thank you, Dawn Bouchard. And we had a lot of people write us like, hey, wish me a happy birthday, anniversary. There was a lot of stuff. And I didn't put any of it in the show notes. So happy fucking birthday, happy bar mitzvah, happy anniversary, happy driver's license day, happy parole day. All the people that wrote us and said, tell me something good on the air.
Here's your time to shine.
Listen, here's the problem is when people write us this stuff, there's no show notes at the time.
Yeah.
The show notes started 2 hours ago. Fucking, there was no copy and paste in this episode, though. That's always our best work, is when there's just nothing to... We don't have good work.
yeah, right.
Okay.
Who we got next? David Ponce, thank you very much.
Madison Kaplan, thank you so much for having such a cool last name and being a Patreon pledger.
Danielle Tally Blissett, thank you.
Oh, you want to see my tally? Dennis. Thank you, Dennis, for your Patreon pledge. And next, we have a porn star.
I was going to say, this is definitely a porn name. Riley Ray, thank you very much. Love your work.
This one's hateful and nasty.
I know. I just got Rob Dog LMAO. You get this one.
No, you can take this one. It's good.
Okay, sure. Nick has a tiny wiener. I don't know if that person's name is Nick and they just happen to have a tiny wiener.
It's fucked up.
Or if it's a dig at you.
They pay the dollar. We have to say it. It's whatever. Victor Ramirez. Thank you, Victor, for your Patreon pledge.
Hunter Comey. Thank you.
Thank you, cum guy. Jonathan Alger. Thank you, Jonathan Alger.
Mayra Lopez. Thank ya.
Jane Richards. Thank you, Jane Richards, for your Patreon pledge.
Lacey Handjob Hajni, thank you.
What a fucking terrible nickname for a human. Bo Hancock, thank you, buddy, for your pledge.
Even a worse name.
We have a funny news article for you this week. This one, I keep on coming across a lot of funny news articles. There was one that 1,000 people sent us. I don't remember what it was. People kept on sending us the same article over and over. And I'm like, we're going to use that one because it's good. And then I lost it. I don't know what the fuck happened to it.
I know which one you're talking about because I saw it a couple times come through.
This one says, man arrested for going through Taco Bell drive-thru naked, says his clothes were in the washer.
Man, at this point, Taco Bell's lucky to have anybody coming through their drive-thru.
We're going to get to that next round.
Yeah, fucking annoying.
The Oklahoma City Police Department responded to a Taco Bell on the 1000 block of South Meridian Saturday night just before 9 p.m. in reference to call about a man going through drive-thru naked. Okay, CFox.com, how about we learn about fucking punctuation so I don't have to lose all my gas here trying to read up your first sentence of your news article. According to police reports, Christopher Sale, 61, was in his vehicle in the drive-thru completely naked.
All right.
He wasn't naked. He was naked. Sale paid for his order at the restaurant and then reportedly asked the employees for an additional taco.
All right.
That's one way to bribe him into getting one. One of the employees was not comfortable with this, and another employee gave him the additional taco and he then asked for more sauce. Still not leaving the drive-thru. Sale asked for napkins.
Jeez, never happy.
He just wanted someone to acknowledge that he was sitting there with his little dinger hanging out. Sale asked for the napkins after receiving the sauce and then eventually left the drive-thru, only to come back and ask for more food. I was just wondering if you guys saw that I was naked or not. What do you think about this chalupa? When police were able to detain Sale, he told them that he was hungry and that all of his clothes were in the washer. He also stated to the police that he, quote, didn't know it was against the law to drive naked, which I don't think it is.
I don't know if it is.
I don't know. But he definitely, you can't do it like that. You can't go talk.
Yeah,
and
right.
This dude was either upset over cheesy Fiesta potatoes getting the axe. More recently, Mexican pizza got the fucking axe.
Any shredded chicken thing. I got the shredded chicken spicy enchilada. That's what I used to get. It's fucking gone now.
It is. The one of my most favorite menu items is the spicy potato taco with chipotle sauce. God.
Gone.
And what these businesses are starting to do, these restaurants and drive-thrus, they're kind of condensing their menu and making it smaller because apparently not only did COVID take like 250,000 people away from us physically, it's also taking away food menu items. It takes too long to make this stuff. I don't fucking like it, Rob.
No.
It's a big old crock of shit is what it is.
Very much so.
Just,
I don't appreciate it.
I really like the potatoes there.
Yeah, they're really good.
And I really like the nacho fries.
Oh, yeah.
Those are the only things my children will eat are the nacho fries. But no longer are we going to get this stuff at Taco Bell.
Sad.
It's a sad day.
Very sad.
So we took a week off because the COVID stuff we didn't miss anything with COVID. We still put out episodes. And might I say, the Hell Portals one, that episode, I don't want to pat ourselves on the back for this one, but we were not in the same room, and it sounded like we were in the same room.
Good.
It sounded really swell. It sounded really good.
Good.
But now we are in the same room, so Rob can look into my my green eyes and say you are doing a swell job or you are not doing a really good job.
Okay, I would never say that.
He could say he's had to do this before. He said, I don't think you should have said that.
It's happened.
He's had to do that a few times. Well, Rob Dog went on vacation.
I did.
You want to talk about that at all, or you just don't want them to know anything about it?
No. I went to Florida for a week. It was a good time, Panhandle. So we had a big beach house. It was fun.
I love it down there.
Ate way too much.
Oh yeah, that's all. I kept on seeing you on Facebook. You just kept on checking in at food places.
Yeah,
I said he just fucking ate, and he was checking in at another food place.
Yeah, it wasn't it was very expensive.
That's the way vacations go.
I mean,
dude.
yeah, we grilled a lot and then went out to eat dinner pretty much every night. Drank a lot. It was great.
Did you get drunk at all?
No.
No?
I don't usually ever get drunk.
I know that, but I didn't know if maybe there was it was kind of a special occasion since you were.
No, I don't get drunk too often. I can't handle hangovers anymore.
Okay, I got drunk while you were gone once.
Did you? Nice.
Yeah, it was with one of my wife's friends. My wife's friend and her husband. Super awesome people. She listens to the podcast.
Did you guys fuck?
I've nearly fucked their dog.
Okay, good.
I really like their dog, but no. We didn't like hard fuck her.
Okay.
Yeah. She'd never, my wife's friend, she'd never shotgunned a beer before.
Okay.
And she doesn't drink beer, apparently, so all she had was Twisted Teas.
All right.
And she started shotgunning. I told her, I said, hey, man, go give me a fucking screwdriver. And we started shotgunning Twisted Teas. You want to talk about an upset tummy? That hurt. That hurt my stomach. It was like sludge. It was like cement getting poured in my stomach. But, I pushed through.
Good.
And what I didn't take into consideration is my children were in the pool swimming behind me. And they're like, what are you doing, Dad? I'm like, I'm fixing to drink this Twisted Tea. All right. So then I put a little screwdriver hole in it, crack it, chug, take it down in 2 seconds. And then something got into me. It was my 20-year-old self is what got into me. I hoisted that beer can above my head and I fucking crushed it on my skull.
Oh, I did one of those and 2 in the pool. Yep. I did the same exact thing.
And I look at it, turn around, celebrating. My kids are just mortified. I fucking
somebody smashed one with their hand, and I was like, "Pussy!" Just fucking smashed it with my head. Yeah.
What has my life become? I don't drink that much. I could probably count on one hand how many times I drink per year. But
I do, but I don't get drunk. I ride that tipsy scale where I need to be.
It's called being a functional alcoholic.
Yeah, exactly.
My older brother wrote the fucking book on that.
And he goes hard, though. He goes a lot harder than what I do.
He goes really fucking hard. He's the guy, you're like, oh my God, he's going to die from alcohol poisoning. And you go check on him, like, hey, are you okay? He's like, oh, fuck, fine, bro. Like, he can still put it together, but he's gone. He's faded. Yeah.
I'll put away 3 beers pretty quickly, and then I'll just slowly nurse them, so I can just keep it at that fucking level, so I don't get sick and I'm still feeling the buzz.
I feel you, dude. Yep. You know what you're doing. You're a trained professional.
I drink expensive beers, so I can't be pounding a bunch of them.
Yeah, that's one other thing. I can't be drinking your shit. I drink 2 of your things, and then I'm like, oh yeah, I can't feel my fucking butthole anymore.
Yeah, man, that's a good shit.
It's a lot easier for me to do anal stuff with guys though when I can't feel my butthole.
Makes it a lot easier.
And I put this on my Facebook the other day. I heard a thing on the radio about it was a urologist, I believe, or proctologist. Yeah, whoever handles male buttholes. But he was talking about September is Prostate Awareness Month,
right?
And he said with COVID, there's been a 90% reduction in the amount of people getting proper prostate exams because people just aren't going to the doctor anymore.
Right.
They're afraid to go out. So what his recommendation is,
all right, here we go,
to get a prostate buddy. It's to find a friend that you're okay being not necessarily intimate with, but you're comfortable with being in an intimate situation with them. And you guys or you bros take turns checking each other's prostates.
Okay.
I've got the documents drawn up and they're ready to be signed in the other room for you and I to become prostate buddies.
Okay.
And he did advise that now you're African American, you should start getting your prostate checked in your 30s. But white males are not as susceptible to prostate cancer.
Really? Start
checking in your early 40s.
Yes, that's white privilege if I've never heard of it.
Yeah, it is. But I just want to raise awareness about this stuff. for the first time last night, I watched Black
You're going to say check your prostate. I was like, oh, okay. How'd that go?
I milked it. It felt great. Some people were like, "Oh, you got to find that little fleshy nugget in there, and you're good to go." And that's exactly what I did.
Okay.
I did a fantastic job getting it all in. No, I watched the Black Panther for the first time last night. So,
great movie.
What's his name? I can't remember his fucking name. I feel really bad right now. But the guy that plays Black Panther. He just passed away from prostate cancer. So I just want to. September is Prostate Awareness Month. If you're over the age of 40, you should be having your prostate checked. As much as you don't want to have someone up in your butthole, you would think with
Chadwick Boseman.
That's it.
I couldn't think of it either.
Boseman. When I worked at the prison, there was a pastor with the last name Boseman. He was getting fucked by all the inmates. Sad story.
Of course he was.
Sad story. So. Prostate Awareness Month. Get your prostates checked if you're over the age of 40. If you're a female, just whatever, do what you gotta do. I don't think females have prostates. If they do, they just don't get cancer. I don't know how that works out. Never mind. We won't go there. I've explored the female anatomy a time or two. And I have not found a prostate yet.
Yeah, me neither.
I'm going to look into it tonight.
Okay.
For sure.
Report back.
Yeah.
Let us know.
Well, I gotta fucking make sure my mom doesn't fall asleep before I'm done. Nasty.
Got it.
That's the nastiest thing. Okay, this story, Rob Dog, you've been on vacation. You have been. I tried not to bother you on vacation because I just wanted you to spend time with your kids.
Nah, man.
That littlest one, he really needs your guidance.
I was looking for a bother. I was sick of him 2 days in.
He needs your guidance. He needs alone time with his father. Hillbillies, Catfish, and Facebook. It's like somebody said, we're going to write.
That's the Holy Trinity right there, right?
An episode for these guys. For them to do. For them to knock it out of the park. For them to laugh, cry, carry on. They're going to be prostate buddies.
I was going to say, for us to check our prostates, too.
They got the WAP. They got the wrinkly-ass penis. They've got it all. So the cool thing about this story is it's centered around social media, one of our favorite things.
Yay.
I think everyone, for the most part, has a Facebook. It's kind of a...
Right.
Facebook is a dying thing. Did I just drop all that?
I don't know. I didn't see.
I sprayed a big old foam blob of hand sanitizer in my hand and looked away, and it's gone. This place is fucking haunted. It's on the floor. It's not haunted. It's no longer haunted.
Either that or you came.
I come to did. It's WAP. Everyone has a Facebook. There's a lot of the younger generation, kind of not as much, but for the most part, Facebook they own the world. I don't want to say they own the world, but they absolutely are going to control this election. They're absolutely control all of what's disseminated by media. There's a lot of Facebook controls a lot, man. So it is what it is. I hope Mark Zuckerberg's prepared for what he's about to fucking whoever he wants to vote for is who's going to win.
Who knows?
I don't fucking care. They both probably can't suck their own dicks like I can. So. But the cool thing about social media is you can be whomever you want and you can do pretty much whatever you want at any given time. You can be Rico from Tulsa. You can be Jerry from
Kentucky.
I saw a picture of him today on Facebook. He had cats and dogs laying all over him and stuff.
Fitting.
It is very fitting. And he was sitting by a fireplace. It was 90 goddamn degrees outside today. And this guy, I'm talking about Jerry Pauly from
Tracy, how do you fuck that man?
Hillbilly Horror Stories. I know how she does it with a strap on. That's how she does it.
That's so good.
He's so bougie and fancy. He took a picture of himself laying by the fireplace with all of his majestic animals. And these aren't these Sarah McLachlan animals like in the commercial.
Like a tiger skin on the ground.
These are good-looking, fucking healthy animals. These aren't these sick, mangly fuckers you see on the commercials.
Was this ferret there?
It was in his butt. It was in his ass. You couldn't see it.
The tail was hanging out.
You can see his back arched a little bit. You can tell it's inside of him. Yeah, go check out Hillbilly Horror Stories, and you guys can learn all about it. But he's sitting by the fireplace, just like fuck. You can just see the look on his face, just saying "fuck me," like come fuck me.
To the animals or to the camera?
Yeah, I don't know. I felt like maybe the animals. Yeah.
Okay.
Like Ace Ventura, he lets the animals eat out of his mouth, and I think that's what he does.
Oh, okay.
But he's just laying by that fireplace, just with his shaved legs and stuff. I really liked it.
He's awesome.
And that was on social media. You can connect with people all over the world at the click of a button. It's an incredible thing. The great thing about the internet, it doesn't know who you really are. Uh-huh. And in an instant, you can be connected with any person in the entire world except North Korea, because the internet's different there.
True.
They fucking kill you for playing solitaire in North Korea. I keep on hearing that Kim Jong-un is dead. I haven't yet to get that confirmation yet, but I keep on hearing that he is indeed in a very dire situation, or he's dead. One or the other. Weird. We need to send Dennis Rodman over there to check that out.
I'll send them our condolences.
Yeah. Send over Mike Tyson. He's training, dude.
Dude, I listened to the Rogan podcast with him on it.
God, he is incredible, isn't he?
He's so good.
He's such a good story because how he turned his life around, honestly.
Yeah.
In the beginning of the episode, Rogan's like, why do you want to do this fight? He's like, I said $40 million, and I'm like, okay, he's doing it for the money. But then later on in the podcast, he said, I'm giving it all charity. I don't want the money. I just want to do my thing. And he's like, I was just trying to lose a little bit of weight. That's all he's trying to do.
Yeah, he said one of his friends were calling him fat or something. And he said,
boy, I wish I feel inspired like that.
He said, I got to fix this.
It's that fucking easy.
Yeah, man.
But to the other side of the coin, there's a lot of bad stuff that can happen on the internet.
Oh, yeah.
One of my biggest fears as a father is my children intermingling on the internet, intermingling on the social media apps. I have an 11-year-old. She says, can I have an Instagram? I said, get the fuck out of here. She says, can I have a Snapchat and only add 2 friends? I said, get the fucking fuck out of here. She said, can I have a WhatsApp? I said, what the fuck is a WhatsApp? Get the fucking WhatsApp out of my goddamn face. We're not doing that either. She says, can I have a TikTok? I said, a knick-knock. No, you can't have a TikTok. We're not doing the TikTok. She said, can I have a blib? I said, no, we're not doing any of it. You can watch YouTube Kids, and you can be a goddamn kid, and you can stay away from all the venomous poison that's spewed in the world right now. So the internet is a crazy place, man. And if you're listening to this and you got a 10, 11, 12, 13-year-old, keep the tabs on them, because I know if when my wiener started to get a little bit hairy, I would have sent pictures to people. And I don't know when a wiener starts getting hairy these days. But
I'm 33 and mine still isn't.
Yeah, I'm still waiting on the hair on my wiener. You just got to watch these kids, man. Monitor them. Make sure they're not fucking doing shit they shouldn't be doing. Well, my biggest fear as a father is my kid feeling like her life is ruined via social media and cyberbullying, all that shit, man. That's scary stuff, man.
Yeah, it's really ultimately not fucking worth all that headache.
It's not. And you want to be a cool parent is one thing. You don't want them to grow up and have, much like you, memories about your parent where you're just like,
yeah, what
were your parents like? And they're just like, fuck my parents. When they ask your son when he gets older, like, how was your dad? And he'd be like, fuck Rob, dog. Fuck that motherfucker. I beat his ass.
I mostly just keep a social media going just so I can see how many people I outlive.
We're doing pretty good.
So far.
Just got to keep on sidestepping that hair on. We'll be okay. You feel me? So, in 2005, and we'll get to our story here, Janelle Potter, at the time she was 28 years old in 2005, she moved to Mountain City, Tennessee. Hell yeah, Mountain City, Tennessee. I believe it's somewhere around 3 square miles, roughly 2,000 or less residents there in Mountain City, Tennessee. Yeah, they're definitely fucking the shit out of each other. All brothers and sisters. And I got all this research from ABC ID 2020, and we're gonna show you guys some nuggets of that interview as well. Really good stuff here. But she moved to Mountain City, Tennessee, with her parents, Barbara Potter, and her father, Marvin Buddy Potter. And for the rest of this episode, Marvin will be referred to as Buddy Potter. So He's going to be Buddy. That was his
Buddy.
That's what old Marv went by. He wasn't the Wet Bandits or the Sticky Bandits. He was Buddy the Potter. Buddy Potter. Janelle, she may have been 28 years old at the time, but she had never really left home. She was a type 1 diabetic.
Nice.
And she required constant care from her parents. And I don't know if type 1 is the one you're born with or that's the one you get from fucking Freebase and Whoppers at the fucking Burger King. One of them, my doctor says I'm going to get soon if I don't make some lifestyle changes. He's like, you ever heard of diabetes? And I said, yeah, Wilford Brimley lived a long fucking time with that shit, you dickhead. So quit trying to throw it in my face and I'm going to die. You know, Wilford, he lived a long, good... That goddamn guy was old when I was little.
Man, I only know him from the commercials.
Oh, well, he was yeah.
That's all I know him from.
I don't know what else he did beyond.
I
I don't know what he did beyond that, but I know he was a fairly decent actor.
Okay. I assumed he was an actor, but...
Oh, you didn't know he's an actor?
I mean, I assumed he was. I didn't know without a shadow of a doubt.
Fucking...
For all I knew, he was a backup for Charlie Daniels.
He's an artist. I never went down to Georgia looking for some soul steel.
He was looking for some diabetes.
He was looking for some Quaker Oats. Wasn't he the Quaker Oats guy as well? Oatmeal is underrated. It's a good breakfast food,
so
too.
Good.
Yeah. That's good stuff. You need to check that out sometime. If you're listening to the Brohio podcast and you've never had oatmeal, send us an email, brohiopodcast@gmail.com, so we can tell you to fuck it, you're fucking stupid.
The older I get, the more old people food I appreciate.
Yeah.
Raisin Bran Crunch, that's my shit.
God, that's so good.
So fucking good.
And, one other thing I've been eating a lot of recently, which you don't like, my wife grew tomatoes this year in the garden.
Yeah.
I'll just go out and grab one, and I'll take it inside and pour salt on it and start eating it like an apple. It's so good, man.
I can't do it.
Fresh off the vine. Shit, dog. That's some good stuff. Janelle, she had never had a job. She'd never driven a car. She didn't have any friends. She had a sister that was estranged from the family for obvious reasons, because they're a bunch of fucking weirdos. But beyond that, her only friends were her parents.
Oh, that's sad.
I bet her fucking pussy smelled terrible, too. Sorry. She couldn't make friends. Every time she would try and talk to people, they just thought she was fucking weird and awkward, and she just, yeah.
Yeah, there's no hope for those people.
And in these interviews, you know who she kind of reminds me of going through all this stuff?
Who?
She reminds me of the little girl with the little...
oh, yeah.
The one, the Munchausen by proxy episode.
Yeah.
I can't remember her name now.
I can't either, but I know who you're referring to.
Shit, dude. I don't know.
Been too many, man.
Go back and look for that one. Just type in Brohio good one, and you'll find nothing comes back.
Yeah.
I don't remember that. Gypsy Rose.
There you go. Yeah.
God, yes. God. Isn't it fucking incredible how we've literally done 200 episodes and we retain none of the stupid facts or information?
Dude. Yeah. I can't.
My wife will ask me sometimes, she'll be like, what do you know about Jeffrey Dahmer? I'll be like, he was fucking starving. Starving. How many guys did he kill? Two for sure.
Yeah, there's some, I'll look through our back catalog every now and then. I'm like, fuck, I don't even remember that episode at all.
Don't remember anything about it.
I don't remember going through it.
What a useless piece of shits we are.
We suck.
Yeah, we'll get there someday.
Yeah.
She, in this ABC ID article, they interviewed her sister. And her sister was quoted saying, instead of being herself, my parents tried to make her fit in. They also, in the same breath, would say how different she was, and then she became unable to make friends normally. Social media became Janelle's life support, though. She said her parents monitored her Facebook page.
Oh.
28 years old.
That's healthy.
It's very healthy. She was definitely sucking her dad's dick. There's no doubt about it. Her parents had very strict rules for her. She said, there's no smoking, there's no drinking, there's no partying, there's no boyfriends, yada, yada, yada. All this shit.
Fucking cock blocks.
Yeah, man. Sorry.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I don't know if it picked that one up or not.
Yeah, I heard it in my headphones. There's no way it didn't.
Okay. We're going to move. We're not going to, let's not ruin it for them. Okay. Let's let them try and guess what that was. We still haven't told him. We still haven't talked about the secret EVPs in the EVP episode. We still haven't disclosed any of that. We had a Zach Nutsack Baggins take a look into that, and we had some really strange findings.
Maybe we'll pull the audio from it towards the end, and we'll actually listen to the isolated audio.
Okay. There were, oh man. What a miserable fucking life we have. I was about to say she had a miserable life, but ours is just as miserable, you know?
In different ways.
Her parents had strict rules for her. She had all these horrible rules and hoops she had to jump through. They wouldn't let her do shit. And that's how you make a really weird fucking kid.
Oh, yeah.
Because you don't let them live their life, man. I've got some people close to me that I grew up with that were heavily sheltered. To this day, they're grown men. These motherfuckers still don't leave their houses. Mm-hmm. They're just so weird, man. And it has so much to do with how a kid is raised. We know this. Why am I even talking about it?
Yeah, I think everybody knows somebody like that. And it's either that or they once they hit their teenage years, they fucking go crazy.
That's great.
Yeah, and that's the best.
Really fun to be a part of. Yeah. You get to watch it unfold.
Exactly. Or they just become fucking recluse like hermits when they get older and they still stay weird.
That's my shit right there.
Yeah.
I like being up in the house in the bed, just jerking off underneath the covers. Not even cleaning myself up.
No.
Her mother, Barbara, Janelle's mother, Barbara, was an employee at Hewlett-Packard, and her dad was a retired Marine that served in Vietnam. There's a guy down the street that flies a Vietnam flag, and I've seen him outside before. He's he's missing an arm.
Okay.
And I really want to stop and ask him and just say, "Hey, you want to do a radio show?" I'd love to talk to a Vietnam veteran that was kind of up in the rice paddies, man. That'd be good. That'd be a good interview.
Yeah.
There were pictures from their Facebook page. So Barbara and Buddy, which are Janelle's parents, there's pictures from their Facebook page where they have almost like, I don't want to call them professional pictures, but there's pictures where, you know, we've done it before, where you get with your wife, like, hey, come here, get close. I'm going to set up the camera on the timer, and we're going to take a picture together.
Right.
It looks like that's what Barbara and Buddy did, is they set up the camera, and they took pictures working in their garden in front of their house.
Okay. All right.
It's so stupid.
That's stupid.
But not only is it them weeding the garden or whatever, which that's cool, man. That's what old people do.
Right. 50,
60, that's what they do. They're just excited to be not doing anything. And
that's what the older years are for, man.
But he's got like a cowboy holster on. He's got 2 revolvers, one on each hip, and he's got a belt going around his waist made of bullets.
Jesus.
So he was a don't tread on me, freedom fighter, gun toting. People aren't going to like this. He's probably on the Trump train.
You'd think so.
This is my analysis.
He's probably Republican.
Maybe. I don't know, because there's Democrats like guns as well.
Yeah.
I'm middle of the road.
Those ones usually fly the rebel flag, though.
Yeah, something like that. I'm middle of the road. I like guns. You know, I'm not a gun. I don't like to talk guns. Like, but, you know, I like being able to fucking shoot them if I have to.
I know which end to point at somebody if I want them to die.
Yeah.
That's about all I know.
Well, my dad, on the other hand, that motherfucker's got some shit. Much like this guy right here. This is who this guy reminds me of, is my dad.
Okay.
Oh, in one interview, they discussed Janelle's Facebook profile, because in this entire research, there's an ID, ABC 2020 ID episode, where this reporter grills everybody involved in this case. And he's grilling Janelle about her Facebook profile.
I just imagine her Facebook profile to be one of those places you go to get one of the like old style Prohibition era type of picture done. You know what I'm talking about?
Sitting in the bathtub,
where you're sitting on like a fucking barrel
with a bottle of whiskey that doesn't open,
and it's like in sepia. It's not. It's just like in browns.
That's nasty, dude. And that's her right there. That's a picture of her right there. Very 90-ish, but not bad.
Yeah.
Right there, she looks like a fucking toad. Right there. I don't know. But she in the interview where she's talking about her Facebook page, she said that she liked to use her Facebook. She said, I like to post pictures of dogs, sceneries. And the interviewer says, you like to take selfies? And she says, I take selves.
Okay.
She didn't call it selfie. She called it a self.
All right.
I thought a self is when you jerk yourself off.
That's pretty much what it is.
That's a self-comer right there, Louis.
Self-help. That's why I love self-help books.
My wife, anytime I say, hey, come here, give me a hand, she's like, fuck you. Not checking you off right now.
We're at the grocery store.
You know what's crazy, man? This is really, I don't know how the fuck this works either.
Mm-hmm.
Only you know the true rhythm it takes to beat your own beat. When someone else tries to do it, it's like driving a car with the wrong tires on it.
Like 4 different size tires.
Like, yeah, 4 different spare tires from 4 different cars.
Right.
But then whenever you jerk yourself off, it's like you just got those motherfucking Michelin's balanced, and
man.
You're driving on new pavement.
Years of practice. You know how you like it.
Years of practice. But then, yeah, someone else does it. It's like driving a goddamn hoopty all over a speed bump. Why is that?
I don't know.
I
would assume flicking the beans the same way for girls, though.
I don't know. I've never physically flipped it before. I feel like that'd be a little bit painful.
Is this doing it for you?
For any of you guys listening to this podcast tonight, I want you to physically draw back and flip your wife in the genitals as hard as you possibly can this evening. Send us an email, brohiopodcast@gmail.com. Let us know how it went, if it hurt, if she bled, if she punched you, if she called the police. Let us know how bad it was, how good it was. If you slip down about 3 inches and you do it to their butthole, it starts them like a fucking hot rod, dude.
They buck like a bronco. Just smack them right on the asshole.
It's gonna scare at first.
Oh, crikey, she's angry.
Yeah, but after you do it once, she's gonna want it. It's gonna be like starting an old car. Every time she wants some mommy daddy time, you gotta draw back like you're about to fucking throw a 98-mile-an-hour fastball and flip her right in the butthole as hard as you can.
You gotta kind of lead into it. So, like, just get in there, push her hair back behind her ear, kiss on her neck a little bit, and then smack her right in the asshole.
She's gonna jump like a scared cat the first time.
She yelped like a wounded dog.
But it's gonna get her going, buddy. Oh, man. There was also on her Facebook page, not only was she taking selves, there was a lot of pictures of her room. There was like stuffed animals and stuffed bears all over the fucking place.
Oh, yeah.
And most of these stuffed bears, they were acting out scenes. So she had like
That's awesome.
various like teddy bears acting out scenes all over her room. She's 28 years old.
I mean, I'm sure she had a name for each of them, too.
Oh, yeah, for sure. With what seemed like a stranglehold on Janelle's social life, she turned to, what else? Social media as her way of kind of going out on the town.
That's so sad. That's miserable.
But she didn't venture too far, as her parents had her passwords and religiously checked her Facebook page. One day, while she was at the pharmacy, presumably getting medicine because she's fucking stupid, Janelle, she was getting insulin. Definitely, she's diabetic.
Her parents were buying her more chalk to eat.
Does the pink chalk taste like the green chalk, or you only like the white stuff? My dad, he'd only buy me the white stuff.
Yeah.
I ain't getting you that fancy yellow chalk, you fucking dumbass. You fucking hillbilly. Janelle struck up a conversation with the local pharmacy clerk, and you can imagine what the intelligence level is of a pharmacy clerk working in Mountain City, Tennessee, and the 2,000 residents. Her name was Tracy Greenwell. I did not have any preconceived notions about Tennessee before I researched this episode, okay, yep. Rob Dog?
Yeah.
But man, these are a bunch of fucking retards in this watching these videos and watching these interviews. Oh man, these are some these are some elbow lickers for sure. There's no doubt in my mind that they were sharing some relatives that they did not know that they were sharing. You get my drift.
I get you.
Oh, Tracy Greenwell. Tracy said she felt bad for Janelle because of how sheltered she was. So she gave Janelle her phone number, which is so 2004.
Yeah, that's so sweet.
So she would have someone to chat with, a friend, someone to lean on, just to kind of give her a little bit social life, a little bit. She wanted to give her a little bit. Tracy actually really ended up doing a lot for Janelle's social life. She started taking Janelle on camping trips. She took her rappelling, hiking, to all kinds of family gatherings and small parties. So for once in her life, Janelle is finally getting out and experiencing the world, meeting new people, seeing all the handsome men in Mountain City, Tennessee. Did I say Georgia? Because I keep on wanting to say Georgia. So she's probably, really just experiencing life and if you want to call it that, for the first time. So she's very thankful to Tracy for including her on all this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But everyone watching from the outside could tell that Janelle was falling for someone. Tracy had a brother that hung out a lot. His name was Billy Clay Payne.
Of course it was.
Billy Clay Payne. Different last name than Tracy, his sister, but they had he was always around. And Janelle, she started falling madly in love with Billy Payne. I saw the pictures of Billy Payne. He's a Tennessee 6 and he's a Real World 2. So there he is, right?
He has the nicest 5 teeth I've ever seen.
He's got a really narrow neck.
Big ass flavor saver on his lip.
Big old mustache.
Big old bushy stash.
He definitely looks like the dude that walks into the gas station that says, I want some fucking Code Red Mountain Dew and a pack of Pall Malls, for sure.
Definitely. And some scratch offs.
Look at his lady friend there. She's 2003 attractive for sure. But Janelle was falling madly in love with Billy Payne, but he was probably pretty stupid himself. He knew that she was retarded, and he wasn't going to give her the time of day. But Tracy, she didn't really see it that way. She said, "Oh, we're just friends. I'm going to bring her around. Billy's not going to fuck her because she's stupid." And she's never been she plays with teddy bears in her bedroom.
She's fucking pushing 30.
She's 30. She's got Kool-Aid teeth.
What the fuck?
Those of you wondering what Kool-Aid teeth is, when you drink too much Kool-Aid and your teeth change color. You ever had Kool-Aid teeth before?
No.
I tried. My favorite thing to do right now is I'm fucking 32 years old to fuck with my wife. If I'm eating Oreos or drinking Kool-Aid, I deliberately try to change the color of my mouth just to upset. I try and get like red Kool-Aid stains on my mouth before we go out places.
Like all over your lips.
Yeah. Like, if you didn't want me to enjoy the shit, you wouldn't have made it. That's what we're going through right now.
Oh, man.
And the Oreos I'll chew up and I'll rub them all over the front of my teeth. It looks disgusting, but it is what it is. So
that's good.
She and Tracy didn't, like I said, she didn't really think that her brother had the feelings to return to Janelle.
Mm-hmm.
So Tracy said, "Wait a second, I got somebody that I will hook you up with, and he don't have Kool-Aid teeth neither like you, but he's also really nasty." So she hooked Janelle up with her cousin named Jamie Curd. Like a curd and a white nugget, like white milk nugget.
Yeah. Cheese curd.
Yeah, for sure.
Those are delicious, though.
And in a short sentence here, this motherfucker was disgusting. He was nasty. She's a 28-year-old virgin, and she looked the part. She looked like a 28-year-old virgin. This fucking guy was in his earlier mid-50s. I never found out for sure. And all the pictures of him from various family parties and gatherings and whatnot, he's sitting by a computer covered with beer cans and cigarette ashes.
So great.
And he's always inside wearing sunglasses, and there's always wood paneling on the walls. There was a lot of pictures of him, dude. He appears to be an oil tech or a car mechanic. He's just grimy and gross. Not that that's not an honest living, but most of the oil techs and mechanics that I know come home and take a fucking shower or change their clothes.
Right.
This guy looked like he woke up greasy, went to bed greasy, and ate cheeseburgers at lunchtime greasy.
It just became part of his DNA at that point.
He's like, I was trying to fuck her when she had Kool-Aid teeth. I couldn't smell like grape cherry. Disgusting, man. They told me she's a virgin, but God damn it, she stunk like she's fucking 200 years old. I wonder if you ever get to an age that you're old enough and your genitals just stop stinking, because I'm not at that age right now.
I'll say I doubt it.
Trying to figure that out. Like if you just get to an age where your balls quit stinking, you can just yell at them and they quit stinking.
Like milk, it doesn't smell bad at first, and then the older you get, the worse it smells.
Oh, my balls smell like old milk. For sure. That's the closest analogy I've ever heard. But this dude, Jamie Curd, was rough and greasy. In the 2020 interview, they asked her why. They asked Tracy, they said, why did you set up Janelle with Jamie? And her answer was, he was single and she was single, but they didn't really go together. What a stupid fucking...
I would say, I mean, like one of the worst adjectives you could use to describe somebody is greasy. I don't ever want to be the greasy guy. What's he look like? Huh? He's average height, average build, greasy.
There's one picture of him. He looks like her dad. He looks cool enough to be her dad. There were some really, really good pictures that were in the research, but
she looks like she stays up late on weekends counting her pubes.
It looks like she plucks them and makes like wigs out of them to put on her teddy bears.
That's probably what they were.
We call that one WAP. That's my WAP bear.
But, Tracy didn't really think she was doing anything wrong. She said, he's single, she's single, and we're going to get them together. So that's what she did. She set them up. And her parents, Janelle's parents, didn't know about Jamie, obviously. Because, for one, they would not have approved of someone the same age as her father being her boyfriend. So Jamie and Janelle had to keep their relationship a secret. Because that's what 28-year-olds do. They keep their boyfriends secret.
Exactly.
So, from the pictures that I saw, Jamie tinkered with computers. That was kind of his MO. He would work on people's computers. And the Potter family, Janelle's parents, would invite him over to work on their computer. So he would go over to work on their computer, and then he would sneak into Janelle's room, and they'd fool around.
Wow, honey, we sure do have a lot of computer problems.
He'd sneak into her room and finger and stuff. I don't know what,
ugh, that poor finger.
I don't know what people that are like that, I don't know what they do.
Those greasy ass hands.
I'm about to play with your titties.
I'm about to check your prostate, baby.
Oh, Jesus, man. I think he did, Can you use some Gojo on your hands before you...
Dude, that's so sweet.
I keep on getting urinary tract infections every time you touch my pee hole.
And he'd come over and he would work on the computer, and they would take fucking selfies together in her room. Yeah, they'd take selfies, and she was into him. But he was definitely into her. He's getting someone half his age that's never had sex before.
Knuckle deep at her.
I can't confirm the fingering. I just assume how this all went down. Even though she was technically in a relationship with Jamie, she was still very moist over Billy Payne. She was still very, very in love with Billy Payne, which was Tracy's brother.
She was all greased up.
He was a little bit younger. He did not look like he lived in a butthole. He was a little more well put. Like I said, he was a Tennessee 6 or 7, regular world 2. That's kind of the rating system right there.
Yeah, that makes sense to me.
About the same time, all of this was happening where she was becoming intimate with Jamie, kind of trying to figure out what she was going to do with Billy Payne. She apparently upset someone because she started getting anonymous comments and messages on her Facebook page, calling her ugly, stupid, a liar, threatening to follow her to the bathroom and rape her.
Oh, jeez.
She was being cyberbullied to the max, bro. There was all kinds of horrible stuff that people were saying to her. horrible, nasty shit, and she couldn't get it to fucking stop. And this is the best part. The cyberbullying got so bad that her mom got on her Facebook and said,
Oh, no.
dude, this is Janelle's mom. Do not, I said, don't not write on Janelle's Facebook no more. All you people saying nasty shit about my slut daughter, my daughter, quit saying that shit. She wrote on there, she said, this is Janelle's mom. Quit talking to Janelle and writing on her Facebook. Amen. You know,
Amen.
in the name of Jesus. They were a very religious family as well.
I figured.
They were God-fearing people. That's
yeah.
undoubtedly so here. And that's very embarrassing. If I needed to get some shit done, I would have my mom get on my Facebook for me and just iron it out. That's what I would do for sure. And that's what she had to do right here. Janelle said she thought she knew who the culprit was that were saying all these horrible things about her online. And that was Billie Jean Hayworth. And you're probably thinking to yourself, ain't there somebody else named Billy in this fucking story? Well, yeah, there is. There's Billy Clay Payne, Billy Payne, which is Tracy's brother.
Billy with a Y.
Billy, or Bill, as they called him,
There you go,
to
yeah.
differentiate.
Yeah.
Bill was in love with Billie Jean Hayworth, who we're talking about right here.
Okay.
Billie Jean, Light My World, Billie Jean, you know, the fucking, not my son. I don't know the
Not
words.
my lover?
Not my lover, whatever.
Yeah.
I have no idea the words of that song. I'm sorry. So that's kind of what Janelle's alluding to right here. She said she's getting all this hateful, nasty, you're fucking fat, you're stupid, I'm going to rape you in the bathroom. She's getting all this stuff from Billie Jean Hayworth, which was Billy Clay's new girlfriend.
Okay.
His live-in girlfriend. And they must have moved fast here because Billie Jean and Bill, they had a baby together. So he is living with his baby mama.
Mm-hmm.
Doing everything right, but Janelle is still madly in love with him.
Okay.
So it starts to get really hairy here in just a minute. So you remember that this was... Everyone remembers that this Bill was the man that Janelle was crushing on initially.
Yeah.
Janelle was so jealous of their relationship, she got on Facebook many times creating bogus accounts and saying things like Billie Jean and Bill were out partying with their kid. They were doing fucking drugs. They were fucking cats, whatever they do in fucking Tennessee. I saw them at the grocery store and they were fucking a cat. What do you want to do? It's Tennessee. You fuck cats or you sleep. That's the only thing to do, Tennessee. But I hear Pigeon Forge and Gatlinburg, all that shit's really fucking cool. So
Yeah, it's completely different than Backwoods.
Okay, I've never been there. I want to check it out.
It's great.
So there was this back and forth on Facebook between Janelle and Billie Jean. There was and then we got the quotes here. It says, Billy is a slut. Janelle is a fat, ugly toad.
What's the point there?
Someone should kill Janelle.
Ooh.
Someone should kill Billy and that devil baby. And that's what Janelle
man.
kept on saying. She would call Billie Jean's baby a devil baby.
Okay.
There was a full-on fucking hillbilly slut fight at this point.
I like it. That's fun.
But the cool thing about this story is when they were doing all this Facebook backing and forth and shit, they never did it under their own names. They all created aliases and shit when they're fighting back and forth about all this stuff on Facebook.
That's so much fun.
God, what the fuck is a block button for, man? Just hit the goddamn block button. That's all you gotta do. I block people all the time. Hey, aren't you the faggot from Brohio? Blocker! Have some fucking respect on my name when you approach me. That's what when people write us shit, and I've said this before. People write us like, hey, what's up, goat fucker, cum slut, dumpster, goddamn cocksucker, fuck nut. And most of these messages are being intercepted by my wife, who's got a pretty good sense of humor, but she does not have our sense of humor. So, and she's like, who's this guy calling you a fucking duck slut, cocksucker, fucking dickhole slurper? I don't know who that guy is, babe.
My wife's like, hey, you got a fucking point, buddy.
Yeah. I just, when you write Rob Dog on, I just like, hello, friends, or hello, Nick and Rob. That's a good one. How about not?
That's classic.
Those always find their way to my desk. Not the ones like, hey, you fucking butthole slurper. And then people write my own Facebook page. They send me messages like, hey, aren't you the dick fuck from... No, I'm not.
I'll get messages every now and then that I look at but don't really respond to.
Yeah, whatever. I love it all. It all makes me laugh in the end.
Unless I see a big fat dick. And I'm all about
really
it.
Happy.
Yeah, I fucking score.
After all of this back and forth between Janelle and Billie Jean, Janelle became very paranoid. She started to call the police, and there were some police reports filed.
Hell yeah.
And we have an excerpt here from Janelle actually speaking in the 2020 interview. Let's play this real quick.
I was calling the police a lot.
And they're trying to set me up, and I don't like this because I'm very sick.
They were wanting to blow up my dad's truck, throwing rocks at the house.
These are police photographs of a rock that landed in the Ponder front yard.
Fucking rock. Just a rock with like a...
Hey, people are thinking, oh man, that's a big fucking rock. No, I'm looking at it right here. 1,
3
2,
inches.
That's a 4-inch rock. Isn't that fucking cool? Oh, it gets way better. There was a show, and you heard her in the 911 call. She said, "People are messing with me. People are looking for me right now, throwing rocks out of my front lawn. I don't like this shit." You can tell she's fucking crazy, dude.
Weird.
She's got the mental capacity of a fucking rock that's laying there in her front yard.
Yeah.
When the police report was filed over the rock, the police came and took the report, and I can imagine how they felt about this shit. The rock said on one side, Billy Payne, which is obviously the man she was crushing on. The other side of the rock said, Billie Jean. And then on the side of the rock, it said, I'm your Huckleberry.
What the fuck? This is so Tennessee. Like, what the fuck does that even mean?
I know what you'd planned on tonight was for me to eat your pussy real good, but you ain't gonna believe this shit. I was smoking a cigarette and I had 3 teeth fall out. My mouth's kind of hurting real bad. No, baby, I ain't been doing no meth. I don't even know how to spell meth. I ain't been doing that shit, but I know you've been wanting me to eat you real good. One other thing, I saw your shitty panties in the bathroom, and that's why I ain't gonna eat you.
It's a dead giveaway.
Oh, man. I'm glad you and I are kind of different, or the same, but we're different from a lot of people where we've been with the same woman our entire lives.
Yeah.
But could you imagine going through the dating phase and you just go into her bathroom in her apartment to freshen up and there's a big old shit-stained pair of panties?
I put them in my pocket and take them home. I want to save these for later.
I just get my pocket knife out and cut out the poopy part and take that.
You just walk out with that part on your head. Right over your face.
I like the candle you got burning in here. What is that? Ode de shit? Ode de peanut? I fucking hate this stupid shit so much. I really enjoyed myself last night, but did you cut up my panties?
I've really been working up that poop stain. I gotta keep it going.
I've had those for 3 months now. Oh man, that's some scary shit.
Literally.
Imagine going through that, dude. Imagine being the bro. There's people listening to this show that have fucking lived that shit before, you know.
Probably are right now.
Yeah, they're in a bathroom just like listening to us on Spotify, figuring out how they're going to fit out the fucking window to leave.
I mean, let's face it, people that listen to us are beggars can't be choosers, you know what I mean?
Oh, I like it. I'm your Huckleberry. And oh, Lord, this episode of the Brohio podcast is brought to you by the ones that get us up and get us going. That's Blue Chew. A long, long time ago when you were a younger man and you were ready to rock and roll, round it and pound it, anytime she was ready, you were ready. But then you got a little older, you got a little less impressive in the bedroom. If you're ready to take her to places she's never gone before and get that confidence back in the bedroom, listen up, guys. I'm here to talk to you about Blue Chew. They bring you the first chewable with the same FDA-approved active ingredients as Viagra and Cialis. You can take them anytime, day or night, even on a full stomach. And since they are chewable, they work up to twice as fast as a pill, so you can be ready whenever an opportunity arises. They are made in the USA, and Blue Chew is prescribed online by licensed physicians, so you don't have to go to the doctors and, all that awkward stuff. Right now, we've got a special deal for all the Brohio listeners. Visit BlueChew.com and get your first shipment absolutely free. That's right. Use the promo code Brohio. You're just going to pay $5 shipping. Send us a screenshot, brohiopodcast@gmail.com. We're going to send you some free stickers. Again, that's Blue Chew, BLUE, chew.com, promo code Brohio. Blue Chew is the better, cheaper, faster choice, and we thank them for sponsoring the Brohio podcast. Make sure you use that promo code Brohio at BlueChew.com. I know a lot of us don't like to talk about mental health. I am included in that group of people. Oftentimes, the things going on inside your head are stopping you or hindering you from achieving your goals and even happiness. BetterHelp will assess your needs and match you with your own licensed professional therapist. You can connect with them in a safe and private online environment, so it's so convenient. I myself connected with our friends at BetterHelp, and it could not have been more perfect for me. And when I mean that, guys, it's so much cheaper than the alternatives we have in our everyday lives. They're going to help you get in a place mentally where you're proud and happy and you're not fighting the things internally that you were fighting alone before. You're going to connect with them in a safe and private online environment, so it's very convenient, and you can start communicating with a therapist in under 24 hours. It's not self-help, it's professional counseling. You can send a message to your counselor anytime. You're going to get a timely response. You're going to get a thoughtful response. You're going to be connecting with people that care about you. You can also schedule weekly video or phone sessions, all without ever having to sit in an uncomfortable waiting room. They have a wide range of professional counselors in anger, family conflicts, grief, self-esteem, stress, trauma, sleeping, relationships, depression, whatever you are dealing with inside your head. They have someone that can help you. Anything you share is completely confidential. I can't say enough about the professionalism and the convenience of BetterHelp. It's also far more affordable than your typical counselors and therapists. And in fact, so many people are connecting with BetterHelp right now that they're recruiting additional counselors in all 50 states. Listen up, guys. I want you to start living a happier life today. As a listener of the Brohio podcast, you'll get 10% off their already low prices your first month by visiting betterhelp.com/Brohio. That's 10% off your first month. All you have to do is go to betterhelp.com/Brohio. Join over 1 million people taking charge of their mental health. Again, that's betterhelp, HELP.com/Brohio. I like your shitty panties. And at this point, this episode's gone already.
So stupid.
What is it, an hour? Yeah, it's an hour. It's gone. It's done.
Fuck it.
At this point, they finally decide, Janelle and Billie Jean, that they're going to unfriend each other. The fucking rock in the front yard was the straw that broke the camel's back. It said, "I'm your Huckleberry." She said, ain't no way I'm letting them be together and be happy. In the interview, this is fucking, I don't know why I didn't put it in here, but in the interview, the interviewer starts asking Janelle about he said, did you decide to unfriend them? She said, yeah, we decided to unfriend each other. And the interviewer says, well, how the fuck did you do that? Because
right.
You can't unfriend like one person. And then Janelle's like, well, I unfriended her and then she unfriended me. Like, it's not the way it works.
That's not the way it works.
You just unfriend somebody and it's kind of done.
Then the other person doesn't even know you're fucking gone unless you look at them.
And the interviewer's just like, what the fuck is wrong with her?
It's like they just agreed, like, on 3, we're going to hit unfriend.
I was thinking when I watched it. You come over to my house, bitch, we'll unfriend each other at the same time, make this shit fucking legit. I gotta get my shitty panties out of the bathroom, too, in case you gotta go in there and clean out your nasty fucking snatch pooping. You probably poop in your jeans because you don't wear panties, you nasty slut. You probably put Mountain Dew in your butt. God. Okay, so we've really reached an impasse in this story. Mm-hmm. Janelle said she wished she got on the Facebook.
Whew.
Janelle said she wished that Bill and Billie Jean and that damn baby would die.
Wow.
And when I was listening to it, I thought they called it the Dan baby. All right, we stepped away for a second, and we turned on the fan. It's 100,000 goddamn degrees in this basement right now. Dan baby. She wanted it to die. She was not happy.
Okay, yeah.
But she was really saying Dan baby. I thought she was saying Dan baby. I want Dan baby to die, because it's not very Tennessean for her to say that. I want that damn baby to die. But she really wanted the damn baby to die, which is a really nasty thing to say.
It really is.
But she's also stupid.
Like, what the fuck did that baby do?
But she's also diabetic, and that I watch videos on YouTube and stuff, and when diabetic people are going through episodes, they do really weird shit. They drive into fucking...
They go through episodes.
They're having like a diabetic, whatever episode. Have you watched those on the internet where the guys like drive over fucking stoplights and shit and just hit cars? Everyone's like, he's fucking driving drunk, and they pull him over. They finally get him stopped. There's like 20 peppermints in his fucking cup. Give him a fucking peppermint. You gotta bring him back. I don't know anything about diabetes.
I don't either.
I know nothing about it. Just like my mom was telling me about one of her friends the other day, and she said she's having a really hard time. It's a lady I've known my whole life. I said, what's wrong with her, Mom? She said, she just found out she has lupus.
Okay, here we go.
And I said, is that bad? She said, it's real bad. I said, what the fuck is lupus? She said, you don't know what lupus is.
Does it fuck up your liver or your kidneys?
Said it sounds fucking stupid, whatever it is. It's a stupid name for a disease. I know that. Isn't lupus the one that...
I know Selena Gomez has it. I think it's your liver or your kidneys. I don't remember which one it is.
Lupus is a systemic autoimmune disease that occurs when your body's immune system attacks your own tissues and organs.
Kidneys, there we go.
Inflammation caused by lupus can affect many different bodies. Well, it looks like it definitely sucks.
Yeah.
But it's a really stupid name for something. I think lupus is just a funny
Sounds
word.
like a cereal.
It's a funny word.
Fruit lupus.
I'll
get a bowl of Fruit Lupus.
Honestly,
we're probably pissing someone with lupus off right now.
In my head, this is like all fucking day for me when I think about this shit.
Yeah.
Lupus to me sounds like a shoe specifically designed for kicking people in the nuts. Like it's got a loop in the like a kind of loops in the front, and you get a.
It's like Pumas, but
it's a lupus. I got them new lupus shoes. I'm gonna be kicking people in the dick all day. You just
kind of look like elf shoes.
They're dick kickers.
Dick kickers.
Lupus dick kickers.
Okay.
I got my Lupus 5000s on today. So now this story's going to take a really dark turn because on January 31st, 2012, this shit was going on for 7 years.
Damn, that's crazy.
A friend of Billy Payne and Billie Jean Hayworth went to their house and found them both dead.
Oh.
By single gunshots to their faces.
Oh, shit.
Also, not to... So this, obviously, this looks like a very passionate crime right here because Billy Payne's throat had been slashed as he was laying in bed.
Ooh. And
Billie Jean had been cradling their baby in her arms when she was shot in the face and killed. And
Damn.
When the friend arrived... Billie Jean was still holding the 7-month-old baby, which survived unharmed.
Wow.
The damn baby. I think his name was Tyler. And here is part of the 911 phone call.
You can tell by looking at their faces. They're swelled. They're black and blue.
So she says they're swollen and they're black and blue.
Okay.
She's kind of frantic here. She's kind of hard to understand.
They should be. Okay, do you want to attempt to do CPR? They're both dead. It's too late.
Dang.
Yeah, that's rough. Kind of. And I know there's a lot of people out there listening that have gone through these situations where you enter a home and you find a loved one or someone close to you that's passed away, and nothing can ever prepare you for going through that. It is a fucked up situation, and it's something that you'll never be able to get out of your mind, unfortunately. There was, and I know a lot of you are jumping to conclusions on who you think killed them.
Okay.
mind you, Janelle was about as coordinated as a baby giraffe, and she couldn't stay out of her own fucking way. So it's not like she swung in like a SWAT team and pulled this off herself. There was no physical evidence on the scene which could implicate anyone on the crime that happened inside that house. There was no, there were no shells from a firearm. There were no handprints or fingerprints. There was no boot prints. It almost seemed like this may have been a contract or a hitman hit. Some type of professional killer went into this house and killed Billie Jean and killed Bill Payne. The day after the murder, the deputy chief in that small town, Mountain City or whatever it is, conducted an interview with the Potters. He was secretly recording the interview. The reason that he went to the Potters, which is Janelle, her dad, Buddy, and Barbara, the reason he went to them is because for 7 fucking years, these guys were throwing rocks to each other and calling each other toads and shitbags on Facebook. And he knew all about what was going on between the two families.
Right.
The father, Buddy, was immediately defensive and argumentative when the police arrived at his home. And here's an excerpt from that interview when they went to the house.
Doing right now is investigating the double house. Very serious matter.
From the start, Janelle's dad is defensive.
Everybody always points a finger at us for something.
So right there he says, everybody always points a finger at us for something, sir. So that's the dad speaking. He's well aware that the police are kind of on to him. Like, not really on to him, but they suspect it's him but he feels like everyone always points the finger at them, like it's almost like a tit for tat back and forth.
Okay.
You know?
Oh, no, there ain't nobody pointing their finger.
Do you know of anybody that would hurt them, want to hurt them?
No, actually, I don't. I feel bad about the situation because I didn't want no harm on them.
That, for me, that was her speaking.
Okay.
Mind you, she's about, by this time, she's in her early 30s. She's 34 years old or something like that. She's 34 years old and she sounds like that.
Tragic.
Do you know of anybody that would hurt them, want to hurt them?
And this is her speaking again. I'm playing it again. This is Janelle.
No, actually, I don't. I feel bad about the situation because I didn't want no harm on them.
That screams guilty to me right there.
At least Psycho.
She's like, shit. I didn't know they was going to fucking kill him.
I didn't want to wish any harm on them.
That's perfect. That's so good.
It sounds like an adult that's trying to do like a kid's voice for a TV show or something.
It sounds like she's trying to pretend make herself cry. What she's trying to make herself do. They thought that she went on to say that she was being harassed.
Okay.
And she said she told the police the reason that she was being harassed is because she was too pretty.
Oh, wow.
That comes next in the interview.
Look at them.
They did harass me in my driveway on our property. And then yesterday morning when I got on Facebook is when I found out. And, I'm sorry it happened, but, that's all I could tell you is they have been harassing the living crap out of me.
Why would they be harassing you?
It came out to be a jealousy thing. They said I was too pretty.
They didn't like that I have such big, beautiful gums and really little teeth.
She's got them horse gums, doesn't she? Did a lot of fucking Kool-Aid on those gums, Rob Dog.
It's a lot.
I got 32 bears in my bedroom, and they will give my alibi. I was with them. It was me, Mr. Cuddles, and Mr. Wigglytoe.
Tiddly Wiggles.
And we were having a tea party. And I was counting my pubes.
And then Jamie got there and started fucking the bears. Like
and then he was knuckle deep in me.
You know, when I was doing the research for this episode, I said, we'll be lucky to get an hour out of this stupid fucking story. There we are, fucking this thing up for an hour and 10 minutes.
Hey, man, you gotta do what you gotta do.
She was just too goddamn pretty, Rob, dog.
I feel it.
Much like Bruno Mars, too hot. Hot damn. They were very inquisitive about the whereabouts and the location of her boyfriend, Jamie.
Okay.
Old sleaze bucket, greasy oil ball Jamie. He was definitely knew his way around a brake pad and rotor, but he was a nasty dude. Because he had taken Janelle's side through all of this, which naturally he wanted the virgin all to himself. He didn't want her to shack up with Billy Payne. But she denied the fuck out of their relationship in front of the police and in front of her family. They asked her about Jamie, and she said that, no, he's just a friend. He's just a friend. He's just a friend. I think that's next right here.
Okay.
What's Jamie to you?
He's just a friend. We've been friends for years.
He's friend of our family.
Yeah.
He's friend to all of us.
She said, that was the mom talking. She said,
yeah.
He's friends of our family. And then Janelle said, yeah. Fucking.
He's friend of our family.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what he is.
Friend to all of us to me.
Seems as if Janelle is still covering up her.
Yeah, so that was they're on. They feel like they're on to something with the Jamie thing.
Okay, good.
So at that point, they pull Jamie downtown by downtown they probably work out of a trailer on the fucking main drag there for an interview, and they make him they don't make him, they have him take a polygraph test.
Oh, yeah.
Let's talk about this for a second. If you ever find yourself under the duress of police for an investigation, whether it be for you fucking killing somebody, whether it be for you stealing a pack of chicken from wherever you steal chicken from, do not ever fucking agree to take a polygraph test, because these country blumpkin cousin fuckers here in Tennessee, I know that they'll take a polygraph and make it look like what, and it's probably not even a real polygraph. It's probably some mutant midget that they found in a box, and he just draws on a piece of paper and spits it out.
It's just jumper cables hooked up to a Folgers can.
This is what you wanted to say. They would use a polygraph against you in an instant to make you
appear guilty.
And admit that you performed the crime, just to get you during interrogation to say, yeah, I fucking did it. So don't ever take a polygraph test. Because, lo and behold, Jamie miserably failed the polygraph test.
Of course.
At this point, they go on to grill this Jamie dude for hours and hours and hours. They interrogate him for nearly 6 hours.
Oh, God.
He gives them nothing, though. The polygraph says he knows the identity of the killer.
Okay.
Then, out of the fucking blue, this is where the story gets so fun. In the interview room, Jamie perks his head up and he says, "Is the CIA here?" And the cops in the room are like, "What in the fuck are you talking about the CIA being here?" So we have a new element to this story. Jamie goes on to tell the detectives that he's been texting with a mysterious man named Chris that is a CIA operative.
Okay.
The sole purpose of the CIA operative / agent is to protect Janelle from her enemies that she's been fighting with on Facebook.
Okay. Whew, this is getting good.
And what I haven't talked about, the dad, Buddy, he was in Vietnam, but he also told his wife, "Done seen some fucking shit in Vietnam that I don't want to talk about.
Okay.
Your goddamn fucking pussy looks like an open face roast beef sandwich, and I don't want to talk about that neither." But she said that Buddy never wanted to talk about the things that he'd seen in Vietnam.
It's understandable.
Also, he told her that not only did he perform all these ghastly deeds in Vietnam, he was also working with the CIA when he was younger. And the wife, Barbara, it just made her fucking knickers wet, buddy. She was just like, her panties were soaked whenever she found out that her husband, Buddy, worked with the CIA at some point, and she completely, hands down, bought into this. She was convinced 1,000,000% that her knight in shining armor buddy was he was this big CIA operative whenever he was younger. And Janelle saw this. She saw the way her parents interacted with one another. She saw that her mother was that she was enamored by the fact that her dad maybe not worked for the CIA at some point.
Okay.
Oh, so at this point, Jamie's been interrogated for 6 hours, which I don't think is fair. I don't think they should be able. I don't think they should be able to interrogate people for that amount of time. But he also says he's finally had enough. He says that he kind of rolls over. He says that Buddy, Janelle's dad, was the killer. The police think to themselves, okay, this fat fuck, he's disabled. He's a Vietnam veteran that can hardly, this dude was probably 450 pounds. When I say he was a fat piece of shit, he used 6 tanks of oxygen a day, and he couldn't.
God. That's a fucking lot of oxygen.
I'm a hard breather. You didn't get enough mix all this fucking Kool-Aid for you to drink. You fucking teddy bear fucking. And the police are like, how could he have pulled this off he's retired, he's physically disabled, he can't move 2 feet away from his oxygen tanks, he goes through an oxygen tank every 2 fucking hours, and I would imagine pulling something off like this, he'd have to have about 9 of those goddamn things strapped to his back.
Right.
So the police are thinking, we've got a guy that's maybe working with the fucking CIA here in Mountain City, Tennessee. We've got people fighting on Facebook. We've got 2 dead bodies, a baby with no parents. Then we've got Buddy, who's chained to the oxygen tank. We have no fucking crime scene evidence at all at this point. And we have a 28-year-old virgin that plays with teddy bears.
I mean, what more could you want?
And this is where we start to learn that it seems like Buddy and Jamie are both involved together. Jamie agrees to call Buddy and attempt to get him to secretly rat on himself. And that's what this next call is it's Jamie calling Buddy and saying, did you get rid of the shit at the fucking Bill's house?
Confession on tape.
Well, they're pointing fingers. Oh, Jiminy Christmas.
That's perfect.
Jiminy Christmas. He's in there pointing fingers.
You got rid of everything as for good, didn't you? Okay. That makes me feel a lot better. Yeah.
So right there, he kind of...
Obviously, he's just, he just admitted to some sort of involvement.
Yes, he did, but how did he pull it off, man?
True.
It was just a big old fat Jabba the Hutt blob, and this phone call alone, right there that you just heard, between Jamie and Buddy was enough for them to issue a warrant for Buddy. Marvin Buddy Potter.
Mm-hmm.
And they went to his house, the guns ablazing, because they knew that he was a goddamn gun-toting MAGA freedom fighter that just wanted to fucking collect guns. Good goddamn. They said in his basement he had probably around 70 different, in his basement alone, 70 firearms. AK-47s, revolvers, automatic handguns, semi-automatic handguns. This dude had a fucking arsenal, and he had everything, okay? When they hauled him in to the police for the interview, he was wearing the dad white New Balances, just his freshest fucking pair too, like his
Lawn Cutter 2000s.
These things had never touched a lawn. These things had only touched pavement. These were white as the day they were bought. And let me tell you, Buddy denied everything at first. They started giving Buddy the chance to implicate Jamie, which Buddy would not do. He just was denied. They said he wanted. They played the card like Jamie was just trying to prove to you that he could take care of your daughter, and that's why he did this.
Okay.
And at this point, Buddy has no fucking clue that Jamie is in an intimate relationship with his daughter, that this old man that's his fucking age is fucking his daughter and fucking her teddy bears and playing in her room and shit.
Smelling her shitty underwear.
Cutting the brown crotch out on the panties and wearing them around and shit.
Wearing them like a stormtrooper helmet.
I know you thought I was in there for a long time, but you got big old panties. And this method proved fruitless for the police as well. Then they started to sympathize with Buddy. They started spinning it like he was, we know what you did. Listen, brother, you were just trying to take care of your baby. If I had a daughter, I would do the same thing for her. That's what the police started to use with him.
Okay.
And that is when Buddy finally started to crack. He didn't directly say what he did, though. He didn't say, I walked up in their fucking house and I shot them in their goddamn head. He didn't say that.
Uh-huh.
He just alluded to that he was involved. And they said, okay, now that we know you're involved, you're in trouble, but we're going to let you make a phone call to your wife to tell her what's going on. So he calls home to his wife and he says, I just want you to know that you gonna find out from me right now. They know I did it. And his wife is like, oh, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? And then she starts talking under her breath. He's like, buddy, you just need to say, I'm not guilty. I'm not guilty. She starts trying to give him legal advice on a recorded fucking line, and she starts talking under her breath like they're not going to be able to pick it up. She's like, well, buddy, you just need to be like, I'm not guilty. I'm not guilty.
Okay. Yeah, that's not how phones work, but okay.
It didn't work out.
Right.
So at this point, they get a search warrant. They execute the search warrant, and this is when they found the arsenal. They found all the different guns. They found an ammo belt draped around the oxygen tanks. And they found... Before I get to that point, in the interview that I watched, they interviewed Barbara, and she says that he had an alibi, that Buddy, there was no way he could have done it. And she also says that when they took Buddy away for questioning, when the police took him, they didn't take his oxygen and they didn't take his medicine. And she went on to say that when Buddy didn't have his oxygen, he would say shit that didn't make sense. He'd almost start to hallucinate.
Okay.
And he would say things that he didn't mean. I know you have someone close to you that uses oxygen. Is that something that you can attest to, that when they don't have their oxygen, they kind of almost hallucinate?
I haven't seen it.
Okay.
I've never seen it happen.
Okay.
I'm not saying that it couldn't happen.
Right.
I would, I could assume that a lack of oxygen would make your body do some really weird stuff.
Yeah, for sure.
And I guess it also depends on, he seems like he takes a lot more oxygen than what my mother-in-law does, so.
9 tanks a day, 6 tanks a day.
That's a fucking lot.
I'm going to start with a 6-pack every day. Start my day with a fucking 6-pack.
So, yeah, it may advance on him very frequent, or very crazily. Who knows?
When they executed the search warrant, they found pictures all over the living room of Buddy and Barbara's house of Billie Jean and Bill Payne.
Okay.
While the police are walking through the house, Barbara, which is Janelle's mom, starts grabbing pictures of the couple and ripping them up. There was all kinds of pictures of Billie Jean in her bathing suit, posing with her friends. Just
nice.
All of their Facebook pictures printed out, both of them. Billie
printed
Jean
out their Facebook pictures
in black and white. And there was one picture of Billie Jean that had a handwritten on it, bitch.
Oh, wow.
Right there in the living room. And during the search warrant, they took the family computer, which is where all this stuff was going down. And at the end of their investigation at the house, or the search warrant, I should say, they opened up the bed of Buddy's truck, and they found 3 trash bags, I believe. I know what you're thinking. You're probably thinking that's a murder weapon, that's something. No, it was hundreds of pages of shredded email documents between Barbara, which is Janelle's mom, and Chris, the CIA operative.
Ooh.
Some poor fucking Bureau of Crime person in Tennessee
had to piece it all together.
Took hundreds of hours and days and put 100+ pages.
No.
Taped them all back together so the police could read these emails.
Oh my gosh, that sucks.
Yeah, someone had to do
How
that
bad
shit.
did you fuck up to get that duty?
I had to do something whenever I worked for, when I first got hired at the police department,
Yeah.
they put me on this special, they're like, we're going to go send you to the special task force in Columbus. You're going to work with some very special people from high up. I'm thinking like, dude, I'm fucking in there, dude.
Fuck yeah.
I'm about to put the goddamn stamp on my resume. I get there, it's this fucking bingo investigation. There were these people who were laundering money through bingo. Really boring shit, dude. They were literally just taking bingo money and not donating it. They were spending it. But these people kept meticulous records. Hundreds of thousands of records from this bingo hall for fucking decades, dude. They had my fat dumbass in a room with a copy machine, and I had to make 50 fucking copies of every single document that took these agents 6 fucking days to take out of this bingo. It took them 6 days to haul all this paper away. 6 days worth of paper, Rob, of hauling.
Crazy.
I had to make 50 fucking copies of all these paper, and I was ready to blow my goddamn brains out. I wanted to put my face I wanted to bash my face on the copy machine, get a piece of glass and slit my wrist and then jam the fucking glass in my throat and die. That was, and that's what people don't understand. A lot of times people like, I want to be a detective. This shit is fucking boring. Whenever the instant it happens is exciting, and the instant the person, they fucking hit the gavel and say 75 years in prison.
Yeah.
All the time in between is so fucking boring. Maybe not in all cases, but it's all just shit like this.
Paper
man.
pushing.
Taping fucking shredded paper back together.
That'd be awful.
There, and in the emails between Barbara and Chris, the CIA operative, there was a back and forth about Chris telling Barbara explicitly, these people are going to kill your daughter. They want to fucking rape your daughter. They want to kill her. They want to cut her throat out. They want to do all these horrible things to your daughter. So Barbara, being the naive mother that she is, says, "Oh my God, can you help us, please? We got nothing. We need your help." They thought it might have been someone from Buddy's past because Chris said that he was watching, the CIA operative. He said that he was watching their every move and monitoring every single thing that they did. So Barbara kind of thought maybe this is a former CIA friend of Buddy's that's trying to help us out. She goes on the emails to say that Barbara tells the CIA operative that she wants Billie Jean and Billy Payne murdered. She wants them. She says, I don't want anybody to die, but if they get killed, we're okay with it. She tells Chris, the CIA operative, this.
Ouch.
So the police they finally get all these emails taped back together and read them all, and they start examining the computer. They find that the email that Chris was using was coming from the same IP address as the home that they all fucking lived in.
Jesus.
After the examination goes deeper, the investigation, the police find out that Janelle is Chris, the CIA agent, an alias she created to convince her parents that she was indeed in trouble and that she needed help.
Wow.
So she was catfishing her mom and dad.
Whew.
She had a Facebook page for Chris. He got a fucking Lamborghini on his profile picture.
No way.
The fucking mom was hook, line, and sinker on this one. She said, "Oh my God, there's a CIA operative that's writing me. He wants to help us. He's going to take these bad people that are harassing us away from us." And she, like I said, she loved the fact that Buddy was allegedly involved with the CIA and the military. So she fucking ate all of this CIA shit up. And this Chris guy comes across the email. She starts getting these hot mails from Chris and the CIA. She's eating this shit up, buddy. But all along, it's Janelle just catfishing her fucking parents. I don't know what the fuck she was trying to do. In the email, she says, "We've had enough. No one wants to kill anyone, but we will." And that was taken directly from the emails between Chris and Barbara. at 4:39 a.m., the day that Billy and Billy were murdered, Jamie gets a text from Janelle that says, quote, "Yes, he's leaving now. I hear the car." So that tells me in my mind that Janelle was very aware that her father was going to pick up Jamie so they could go pull off this murder together.
Yeah, she was definitely aware of what was happening.
Yeah, and Buddy, it was confirmed that Buddy picked up Jamie at 5 a.m. just 21 minutes later. So at this point, the police take Barbara and Janelle into custody. They also claim that Barbara and Janelle masterminded this entire operation. Buddy was a crazy fucking shithead that was pushed to his limit. The police think that the wife and the daughter kept going to him like, they're saying bad things, they're doing nasty shit, they won't leave us the fuck alone. And finally Buddy is like, well, god damn it, fine, I'm gonna go fuck kill him so you leave me the fuck alone. You know, he's just ready to...
Yeah, he's just at his wit's end with it.
He's just tired of it. Buddy was tried and convicted of double murder, and he's currently serving 2 life sentences there in Tennessee. Jamie, he took a plea deal. He got 25 years. He'll be getting out when he's in his 70s. So both of those two they're in prison now. They were convicted for the murders of Billy and Billy. Buddy was the one that pulled the trigger. But there's kind of a lot of hearsay on who did what. You know, Bill got his throat slashed. Billy got shot in the face, but Bill got shot in the face as well. So there's kind of a lot of back and forth about who did what, unfortunately. So the district attorney directs their sights towards Barbara and Janelle. The district attorney attempts to convince the jury that Janelle was the writer of the emails. He uses the misspellings that Chris, the CIA operative, used and the childish writings, and they compared them to messages they pulled from Janelle's actual messages on Facebook and her actual emails, and the same words were all misspelled and the same fucking sentence structure and all that shit.
Oops.
But then in the same breath, Janelle's attorney argues that Janelle lacks the brain power
she's a fucking bootlicker. What are you gonna
to pull off such an operation? So during this trial, we get a fucking clown car full of hillbillies to come in and bear witness against these two people. And one of my most favorite witnesses they call in is Chris Jaden, a dude that Janelle was obsessed with in high school, who went on to become like a Tennessee State Police or some kind of police officer. The alias that she created, Chris, the CIA operative, was his identity that was stolen.
Okay.
She took on the identity of this Chris fellow that she is just fucking trying to hump his fucking brains out in high school.
Did he have a Lamborghini?
I don't know what he had. I don't know. And when he was called to the stand, they said, what do you know about Janelle? He's like, I don't, she's fucking strange. Like, he didn't know anything about her. He just knew she was a fucking weirdo. The DA was interviewed, and he said that whenever the actual Chris Jaden came into the courtroom, that Janelle got so fucking hot in the britches that she could barely sit still at her table there. She just was like, salivating, absolutely starstruck when Chris came into the courtroom.
She's making clam chowder in her panties.
And they nailed down that this Chris CIA operative stuff, it all started as soon as Billy Payne moved into the same house with his baby mama, Billie Jean. But unfortunately, nothing at the crime scene directly links Barbara or Janelle to the actual crime, so they're having a hard time kind of selling this one to the jury for sure. The jury deliberated, and they found Janelle and Barbara both guilty of first-degree murder. They also found during the investigation that Barbara emailed herself a Billy Graham article that was titled, Can can God forgive a murderer?
Okay.
So Barbara was ready to make him, and in the interview, she says, he goes on to grill Janelle's mom, Barbara, and says, you know what? All of these emails between you and Chris is from your email. She's like, I didn't write those. She just denies fucking everything, dude. But the whole family is locked up now. And then my favorite part of this interview is when the reporter starts to grill Janelle.
Mm-hmm.
And then she finally, he accuses her. He says, you are Chris. Like, you are Chris, the CIA operative. She's, oh, no, I'm not. No, I'm not. And she starts to have a fucking mental breakdown.
Yes.
And then her attorney stands up and says, we're done with this interview. Let's get the fuck out of here.
Can God forgive your mother?
I'm sure.
What about you?
I didn't murder anyone.
You don't have any responsibility for the murder of Billy Payne, Billy Jean?
No.
None?
No.
No, but you hated them after time again and again.
I just disliked them.
You hated them enough to tell your father that they were really torturing you. And you must have hated them if what you say is true, that they were harassing you time after time again and again.
I just disliked them. I wanted to quit. I wanted the harassment to stop. I went through a lot with them. But I never wished them dead. I never wanted them dead.
Janelle begins to cry. Is it real? Or is it just another move in her game of master manipulation?
Chris was you.
No.
You are Chris. You invented him like you invented other...
Finkel is Einhorn. Einhorn is Finkel.
other characters.
No, I didn't.
You didn't.
No.
Just happened to be from your email, from your computer with your fingertips.
Damn.
No.
It was from your IP address, from your email address.
I don't think we're going to get into that. She said
Everything
no,
leads back to Chris. Chris apparently created this scenario.
She stated she's not Chris, and that's what she maintains.
Do you feel like you had any responsibility in doing this to him?
Janelle Potter shuts down in tears and walks out of our interview and back to her cell.
She talks like she has a 5-pound tongue in her mouth.
You think that
It like hangs out of her mouth when she talks.
do you think that I could really murder somebody? And the cool part about all this is, I don't know if they're cellmates or not, but Janelle and Barbara are serving time in the same prison.
Hell yeah.
And Barbara's inevitably, she's going to die in there. I think Janelle's going to be eligible for parole when she's in her 90s.
Jeez. So she'll probably die there too.
Yeah. I don't know. People like that live a long time. She's had no trauma to her vagina ever in her entire life.
That's true. Besides what's happened in prison.
Yeah. But the dad buddy, Janelle and Barbara are all currently appealing.
All right.
Yes, I don't fucking know, dude.
We'll see how that goes.
What a fun
Denied.
story, right?
Yeah, it is fun.
I think my favorite part is the teddy bears for sure.
Yeah, definitely.
Let's play a little round of how big was it. Let's start with Chris, the CIA operative. How big was his wiener?
Probably non-existent since he was a woman.
I'm just saying, hypothetically.
Oh, hypothetically?
We gotta take a guess.
He had a Lamborghini.
Yes.
So he had a small dick.
No, I don't know. He's dreamy.
He might be dreamy, but he's probably dreaming of a bigger dick, too. I'll give him a 4 or 5.
4 or 5, okay.
I'll give him average.
I'm going to give him a solid 8 1/4 inch
That's
dick.
a monster dick.
I'm talking a solid round one, too.
Okay, big
looks
fatty.
like a tube of Bob Evans sausage. A tube of Jimmy Dean sweet sausage.
Okay, I can respect that.
Yeah. I think that Yuri Pauly, how big is It depends on if he's wearing them fucking Kentucky Wildcat shoes or not. All right, guys. Well, thanks so much for tuning into this episode of the Brohio podcast.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, I think that we're gonna keep this podcast thing going.
Yeah, I think so.
I was talking to Rob today, and the way it works, the more episodes we release, the more money we get.
We're not saying we're doing this for money.
Oh no, that's kind of. But it does.
It
the
makes
month
it nice.
The month of September will get paid at the end of November, right before Christmas.
Yeah, and if you guys have been listening for a while, usually around January and February, I'm pretty suicidal.
So I said, Rob, man, let's rip out like 50 fucking episodes in September, get paid, and get Christmas taken care of.
And not want to kill ourselves in February.
And Rob's like, I don't fucking care. I'm just like, yeah, well, you need to do that. That's fine. we better do that, yeah.
Like, I'm fucking every day, man. Let's fucking do it.
Christmas is the worst, though.
I get so depressed after Christmas.
The cool thing about, and I'm excited about this, when you've been where I work at long enough, once you get to 5 years, they give you profit sharing right at Christmas, right before Christmas, and it's more than enough to take care of Christmas.
Nice.
And Christmas is such a fucking stressful time, dude.
Oh, yeah.
God, because...
And I got Christmas. I got a kid's birthday on the 20th of December and a kid's birthday on New Year's Eve. So it's like...
that sucks, dude.
Fucked.
Yeah. But for them, though, you can just
combine it all.
Get them one thing and be like, this is for Christmas and your birthday. You can fuck them real good that way.
Yeah.
But growing up, I don't ever remember having a bad... If I did have a bad Christmas, I don't remember it.
Me neither.
And that's the thing, man.
And my parents hated me, so I mean...
They hated me, too.
They fucking hated everybody.
Don't worry. Like, oh, he's back again. The craziest thing I was thinking about today is... Or it was a few days ago. Stacy asked me if I ever stayed the night at your house when we were kids. I said, I stayed there all the time. Like, 6th grade, I stayed there, every weekend, like every other weekend.
We swapped around. Yeah, I was at your house, or you're at my house.
And then she said... What did you guys eat there? Because we were feeding kids that were staying the night here. And I said, I don't ever fucking remember eating at that house. I don't know if they fucking fed us or not.
My family was notorious, especially during the warmer months, for not eating dinner until like 11 or 12 at night, because they would just get completely shit faced, and then they would cook. They would cook on the grill, and my dad would cook chicken and corn on the grill for like 6 hours.
Oh, God. I always and there were friends' houses I would go to. I would call him, like, hey, dude, is it cool if I stay the night? And then he would be like, let me go ask my mom. Mom, is it cool if Nick stays the night? And the mom would be like, yeah, just tell him to eat before he comes over. I'm like, I'm not fucking coming over, dude. I'm coming. I want to try the food over there. I'm not trying to stay in my own fucking house, man.
I want to know what other people eat.
Jesus, yeah. And there was, I went to a buddy's house one time, and his mom, we were eating dinner, and I was like, what are we having? I'm excited. The night before, I had sloppy joes in my house.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm still trying to come down off that high. She's like,
Can't beat it.
We're having grape and cranberry chicken salad. What the fuck is that shit? I never had a goddamn salad in my fucking life, and she's trying to get me grapes and raspberries and shit.
Mm-hmm.
I said, what the fuck is chicken salad? She said, oh, just mayonnaise and chicken and onions. And so I went in the bathroom, and I started sticking my finger in my fucking throat. True story, dude. I went in the bathroom, I started sticking my finger in my throat. I made myself puke in the bathroom. I made my eyes all red, and I got slobber all over my chest and my shirt and and I went back out in the kitchen right before they were plating up dinner, and I said, I threw up. I don't feel good. I don't feel good. She's, oh, sweetheart. I was maybe 4th or 5th grade. She was fire ass hot, and she had a 70s throwback porn room too.
Hell yeah.
She was really hot. And she's like, oh, I'll call your mom, sweetheart. We'll get her over here. And my mom come and pick me up. She's like, what's wrong? I said, we were gonna have chicken salad. I got in the car and started fucking crying so hard. She said, what's wrong? You got a fever? She said, you were throwing up. I said, they're gonna have chicken salad. My mom started laughing so hard, dude.
You just heard the word salad, and you were like, nope.
She took me home, made me fucking deep fried chicken strips and French fries. What's the ketchup?
So
barbecue sauce. I was such a fat little shit.
The next year they send you to fat camp.
Yeah. Broccoli. Carrots. Listen to your parents.
Oh, man.
All right, guys. So go have yourself some chicken salad.
Don't throw up.
Don't throw up. Or eat it and make yourself throw up.
Fuck it.
If you're into that too.
Whatever floats your boat.
I hope you're not into that.
No.
Oh, man. So catch us next week. Maybe catch us every day this week.
Yeah.
I don't know.
We're shooting for the stars.
Yeah. All right, guys.
All right, love you.
Everybody take care.